Thank you, Lord Mayor. You called me rather before I expected. But I've had a chance to read the budget papers today, and I was reflecting on some of the comments we heard from the council leadership. I'm trying to find Councillor McCarthy's comments, which really struck me when she said, we've had a vote of confidence because we've got £500 million in increased spending power. Now, where was that vote of confidence from? Supposedly from the government. What's the increased spending power? Well, it includes those council tax increases, which, as Councillor Harmer explained to us, seem to be compulsory. And I think this is the first year since the Conservatives have been in opposition they have not attempted to reduce the council tax increase. Is it in there? Yeah. Well, I didn't find that bit. It's astonishing, isn't it, that the opposition leaders have been strung up somewhere and had their arms twisted because of this threat. If you do anything to that 5% council tax, then you'll lose more money. The problem is, and what we didn't hear from the leader, what we're not hearing is an apology to the people of Birmingham. What we're not hearing is a recognition of the impact on the people of Birmingham of what's been happening in this city. And the fact is that people in this city, they've had a year without their recycling being collected. They've had a year without their garden waste being collected. They've had a year in which they have been unable to access bulky waste collections, whether they pay for them or not. They've had a year. I came down on the bus today and I looked at Newtown, which is in a far worse state than my ward. Piles of black bags all over the place. And this is the city. It's not just that it is a disgrace that Birmingham is like this. It is that if you live in this city, it is miserable. It has been miserable to live in a city run like this. It has been miserable to live in a city that fails. And we're giving nothing back. And in the past, I've always declined to vote for Conservative council tax reductions, and for all sorts of reasons. This year, I would have done so, because the people need something back. And what I'm going to suggest, and it's in some of the amendments, there's stuff in the Lib Dem amendment, which is a terrific amendment. What I'm going to suggest is that the council can give back to the people. It can give back to the residents, particularly to those residents who are responsible. Free bulky waste collections for everybody. Free garden waste collections for everybody. Give back to the people who are responsible, who dispose of their rubbish sensibly and correctly. Because at the moment, how do you get rid of your old furniture? Well, somebody comes to your door, how do you find out if they're going to dispose of it properly or not? How can you be sure? I have seen respectable companies fly tipping outside my house. And I'm still waiting to hear what's going to happen about that, because we all got together and we found the video film. I'm still waiting to hear what's going to happen. The fact is, if you're a citizen, if you're a resident, you do not know if you're trying to get rid of your waste. If you trust somebody, can you trust them? Where will it end up? You can trust the council when it does its job, but it hasn't been doing its job. And it's time it began to start doing its job. I've looked at these budgets. There are tens and hundreds of millions tucked away in different places within this budget report. There are contingencies and reserves for everything. There are contingencies on top of reserves for every little item. The council risks becoming like somebody who sadly has been through starvation. What happens if you try and eat when you've been starved? You get bloated. The council risks being bloated over the next year, and that's a real risk that is not in there. A risk that increases in spending in some places don't work. The council needs to deliver for its people. It needs better focus, and we need to hear from the leadership a better understanding of how the people of this city have suffered. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thank you.